Welcome to another episode of Social Media, folks. I'm your host, Bren Ash. Today, we're diving deep into a very exciting topic, one that affects a lot of us, whether we realize it or not: paid ads on social media. Joining me to unpack this complex world is none other than Nerys Thorne, a leading voice in the marketing niche. Welcome, Nerys.
Thank you for having me, Bren. It's a pleasure to be here and to share what I've learned over the years about social media and advertising.
Absolutely, Nerys. You've been in the trenches, so to speak, in this field. I remember last time we touched on collaborative tools, and it's interesting how social media overlaps with that conversation. But today, it's all about how businesses can effectively leverage these platforms for advertising.
Definitely. You know, paid advertising on social media is both an art and a science. It's about understanding how different platforms work and how they can serve specific business needs. Every platform has its own ecosystem, rules, and audience behaviors. There's a lot to unpack.
Right. It's not just about throwing ads out there and hoping for the best, is it? There are strategies and nuances that can make or break a campaign.
Exactly, Bren. For instance, let's take Facebook. You've got different ad types like carousel ads, video ads, and sponsored posts. Each of these serves a unique purpose and is tailored for specific outcomes. Crafting the right message for the right audience is crucial.
So, would you say it's more about precision than volume?
Absolutely. Precision targeting can make a huge difference. Let me share a quick story. I worked with a small e-commerce business a few years back. They were struggling with conversions despite a substantial ad spend. We audited their campaign and found they were targeting a very broad audience. By refining their audience and focusing on customer interests and behaviors, like recent purchasing habits, we were able to double their conversion rate within a month.
That's impressive. It really shows the power of knowing your audience intimately. Now, what about other platforms? Can you compare the approach on, say, Instagram or LinkedIn?
Instagram is more visual-centric. Your success heavily depends on aesthetics and how well you can integrate advertising into the user's flow without disrupting their experience. Contrast that with LinkedIn, where content needs to be more professional and value-driven. The mindset on LinkedIn is all about thought leadership and professional development. So ads that educate or offer industry insights tend to perform better.
It sounds like there's a different mindset needed for each platform, huh? From the sound of it, you'd have a unique strategy for almost every social media site out there.
Very true. And it's this adaptability that businesses must possess. Taking TikTok as an example, ads here need to be entertaining and blend with user-generated content. This means opting for authentic, catchy content that encourages engagement. There's a lot to learn from top-performing creators.
Speaking of creators, how do you see the role of influencers in the paid ad ecosystem?
Influencers can be crucial. They often have established trust with their audience, which can lend credibility to a brand when done right. It's important, though, that the partnership feels authentic. The influencer's brand persona must align with that of the business. I've seen cases where poor alignment led to backlash and damaged reputations.
That's a great point. Influencer marketing can be a double-edged sword. Now, given your vast experience, what would you say are some fresh insights or trends in social media advertising that businesses should be aware of in 2023?
We are seeing a real shift towards personalization and interactive content. Users expect tailored experiences, and ads that use data smartly to fine-tune the delivery can see better engagement. With interactive content, we're talking about things like quizzes or polls that encourage users to engage directly, giving them a role in crafting their experience with the brand.
Interactive content is an interesting arena. Do you think it offers more opportunities for deeper user engagement than traditional ads?
Absolutely. It invites users into a conversation rather than being a one-way communication stream. When users feel involved, they're more likely to develop a connection with a brand, remember it, and ultimately make a purchase.
That's such valuable insight, Nerys. So, if you were to give one piece of advice to a business just starting out with paid ads on social media, what would it be?
Start with understanding your audience. Invest time in really knowing who they are, what they want, and how they interact with the platform you're targeting. Then, test small. Don't pour your entire budget into one big campaign. Start with a small audience or budget, see what works, learn from it, and then scale.
Sound advice indeed. Well, Neris, it's been enlightening, as always. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and experiences with us today. I'm sure our listeners have a lot to take away from this conversation.
Thank you for having me, Bren. It's been a pleasure discussing these tactics and strategies. I'm excited to see where social media advertising goes next.
I think we all are. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on another episode of Social Media. Be sure to tune in next time as we continue to explore the ever-evolving landscape of social platforms and their impact on our lives. Until then, stay curious and keep innovating.